Good morning. So, if you look at the curriculum, sometimes you will see the program Multisim Live reference, and sometimes you will see Multisim 14.1 reference. Okay, and for years we have used Multisim, and the latest version being Multisim 14.1. But last school year with the pandemic, a lot of people teaching from home switched to Multisim Live. Okay, so I want to spend a few minutes here showing you how to do both of them. All right. So what you now see behind me right here is a little circuit that I'm going to show you how to create in a Multisim Live. So it's a browser-based program. So you just need to go to multisim.com and create an account. And since you're an educator, that should not be any issue. And you're going to be able to create your circuit and simulate your circuit like this. This is what I used last school year with all my digital electronics students. Okay. What I'm now showing you on the other side, okay, is going to be essentially over there, like this, is the traditional Multisim 14.1, and I'm showing the same circuit right here. Okay, there's a little LED right here in the margin, but whatever, it's okay. We're just going to move it, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Okay, so let's start with Multisim Live. Sorry, let's start with Multisim Live. I'm going to remove this, and we are going to make the circuit again. Okay, since I am in the way like this, let me go away. I'm still here, only my voice though. Okay, so here we have different elements. This is a symbol for a battery or a DC power supply. This is a ground. This is a switch. Okay, could be a push button switch, but the technical term is SPST. Okay, this is a little resistor. I chose this to be 350 ohms, and a little LED right here. The reason I use 350 ohms is something we're going to study with. LEDs can operate in a range of current and voltages, and if you put too much current into them, or too much voltage, or too much for now, let's just call it too much, then they're going to be destroyed. So this is a current limiting resistor to protect it. Okay, and if you start the simulation right here, you see that now it says simulating. And if I take that switch right here and I close it, you see that the LED is now on. And if I want to open it, there you go, it's open and the LED is off. Okay, so you see that little circuit works right here. So let me show you how to make that. Okay, so right here, we can start by putting a ground right here. I'm going to grab all my elements. I'm going to grab a DC voltage right here. You see we have a lot of them. I'm just going to take the DC voltage. I'm going to take now a little switch right here, SPST. I'm going to choose a resistor up here. I'm going to put it here. By default, you see it's 1000 ohm or 1 kilo ohm. So I'm going to double click right here. And I can enter the value right here if I want, or I can just go to that slider right here and bring it down to a value that I want. Okay. What else? Yes, we just did an LED now. So I'm going to go grab an LED. And in order to do that, I'm going to go here to diodes, LED, put it right here, and that's all I need. Okay, so now that I have my circuit like this, all my components, all I need to do is I need to connect them together. Okay, so let's try to remove this thing. There you go. And so if I zoom in a little bit, I see like a spool of wire right here appearing. So I just connect by clicking on my mouse. So maybe you will take a few attempts to succeed in doing that, but you will see that that's really all there is to it. Okay, and so that's it. That's literally how you make circuits. So of course this is a fairly simple circuit. We're going to do things that are more advanced, but for now this is really all I wanted to show you with Multisim Live. Okay, so now let me switch to the other Multisim, Multisim 14.1. So this is it right here. Okay, and I'm not in a way, so I'm going to be able to do that for you. But I'm going to bring this little window right here, and I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to move it over here, because this is my window of components. Okay, so again, I'm in the way, so let me disappear for now. Okay, so oops. So I have an LED right here, I don't really need it. So let me delete this one. Let me delete this one so we can get started. Okay. So we have a very similar circuit to the previous one here, but the way we are making it, we're going to build it is slightly different. You see, we have a lot more things in Multisim 14.1. So what I'm going to do right here to start this circuit is I'm going to right-click on my mouse. And when I right-click on my mouse, I'm going to have that little window right here that appears. Okay. And then in that window, I just need to go and select what I want. Okay. So when it says diode right here, I'm going to click on the drop-down menu, and I'm going to go to sources. And for the sources, I'm going to select power sources right here, and then I'm going to click on digital ground. DGND is digital ground. I could use a ground if I wanted, but I'm just going to use a digital ground. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to place it wherever I want. Okay. Then I'm going to repeat the process with DC power right here, which is just a little battery, and you have the function if you want right here. It says DC voltage source. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing with a switch. So I'm going to right here again, drop that down right here, and it's a basic component. So I'm going to go to switch, and I'm going to go all the way down to SPST, which stands for single pull, single throw. Okay. All right. I have all I want now. It's very good. Now I don't want basic anymore. I want a resistor. So I'm going to click on this again. I'm going to go to, oh, a resistor is basic. Oh, look at that. Resistor. I'm going to choose the same value of the resistance, 350 ohms. There you go. And then I'm going to look for a LED, which is a diode, light emitting diode. So diode right here. And I'm going to place my diode like this. All right. Once I have this, I'm just going to consider it done. I have all my components, and then I'm just going to click directly between the different components to create wires. Okay. And if I start my simulation, So for the simulation, I have different ways. Personally, I like this little arrow right here. Okay. But then you can go to simulate right here and click on run. You have different options, but I like this little arrow. So I'm going to do this. And you see that the two LEDs right here are off. But you also can tell that there is a key to operate the switch. If I press space on my keyboard, it will close it, and you see now the LED is on. Okay, now the LED is off. That's really all you gotta do. Okay, so you see that the two simulation, the two options that you have to making circuits are very similar. They're both very powerful. I'm more used to the traditional multisim. Plus, you will see in the curriculum we can do things with multisim 14.1 that is a lot more challenging, if not at this moment impossible, on multisim live. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope it was useful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions.